Everyone, stick with us versus herd. I'm going to go over Robinhood, and if you've been a subscriber for this channel for a long time, you know that me and Robinhood never really seen eye to eye. I was trying to warn everybody for many, many years. I've made a lot of videos about how terrible a broker it is, and nobody listens, and everyone's like, oh yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, until like the meme mania hit, and then they, you couldn't sell or buy certain stocks, and it was a mess, and everyone's like, oh yeah, Robinhood is terrible, I'm gonna move my money off right away, right? But the shenanigans they have been doing have finally caught up to Robinhood, and now they're paying the price. A lot of companies are exposed during bear markets because, essentially, they can't get away with it anymore. There's no free money in the market anymore. Before, there was a lot of liquidity. Fed was pumping money in left and right. People were investing. A lot of people like these, IPOs and everything that was going on, the unicorns, and things were just going nuts. So we had a blow off the top, and now we are paying for it, and the repercussions, we're paying for it now, right? So let's go over Robinhood. Let's go over to the chart. Let's see, kind of what I'm talking about here. In terms of Robinhood and their financials, let's look at their last few earnings here, right? They've missed on EPS and revenue the last 3 quarters, right? The last time they beat was Q2 2021. And right now, all the big banks are acknowledging this, that retail trading is down. Participation is down. Why? Inflation is up. People are paying more at the pump. They're paying more at the gas pumps. They're paying more for food. They're paying more for everything. So people don't have the same amount of money they did in 2020 and 2021 when we had the stimulus. People were, costs were relatively low, and there was a lot of stimulus going around, and they were able to invest in these stocks, have participation in the stock market, and right now, people don't have that income. Right now, there's hiring freezes. So people are kind of wondering, am I on the chopping block? Am I not on the chopping block? Because we know the layoffs are coming. Because again, first the hiring freezes start, then they start whittling down. Robinhood already cut 9 to 10% of its workforce already, and probably going to shred some more based on how it's operating here in the market, right? If we look at the chart here, Robinhood right now, it is a penny stock. It's sub $10. It is a penny stock. If you're sub $10, you are considered a penny stock. And a lot of people are like, oh yeah, I can't wait to short to zero. Well, if you've been shorting this whole time, you've been holding short, you have been winning. This thing has had some small pumps. Let's just take a look at 2022 here. It had some small rips to the upside, but compared to the downside, it's been a slow bleed. You'll see these dead cat bounces, once here in January, once here in March, once here again at the end of March, but really there hasn't been that much movement. We had some movement to the upside back here when it bottomed out at 771 and then ripped up to 10. Sure, you could make some money, but as you can see here, it's way easier to not buy the dip. It's way easier to short the rip. The only thing is, for the rip to come, you have to be patient. There's only been a few rips this entire time that the market is happening. It's way below the 200-day moving average. 200-day moving average right now is sitting at 22. The 100-day is at 1176, and the 50-day is at 1071, all which is current resistance. This thing is not even above the 10-day moving average, which is like this little blue line down here. It's so bad. This little blue line right here, this stock is getting obliterated. ARK has been going down with it. Now, I think, in terms of a ray of hope for Robinhood, I think what they could do is sell, which they probably don't want to do. But, Vlad might be sitting there thinking like, a golden parachute sounds pretty good right now compared to going to zero. I'm not saying like Robinhood is going to go to like zero exactly, but if we have a major down move in the market, Robinhood is, how much more does it have to give? Today the market was up and Robinhood is down 4%. Even GameStop went up 15% today. As garbage as a stock as GameStop, it outperformed Robinhood. It was up almost 15%, and Robinhood closed today down 4%. This is crazy. So I'm sitting back here. If I was Vlad, I would say, hey, listen, I would start pitching. I would start trying to get a deal here because, I would say a lot of banks would love to acquire a lot of those retail traders, or at least the one that they have left. And, I know a lot of people say like, oh, I'll never trade on Robinhood again. I'll never do this on Robinhood again. You know what? Most people are lazy and they're more willing to stay on a platform than sign up for another platform, move their money, transfer their stock, do all that work. They're like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill on Robinhood. It's free. I would rather just sit here and take the beating, right? Now, I mean, crypto has also decimated Robinhood's business, where, I mean, they just opened up wallets where you can send money to and from your own wallet now, because they're looking for ways to get more liquidity in. They want more liquidity in. Why? Because they don't have enough money. And, I've made videos about this. Like in the past, Robinhood struggled with liquidity, especially during the whole GameStop and AMC saga, where they actually could have went under. They didn't have liquidity. Why do you think they removed the buy button, right? Why do you think they moved it? They were over leveraged themselves. Brokers can be over leveraged. Brokers can blow up. And they actually, Robinhood actually had to get emergency financing from outside sources so they can carry on with their business. Now, is this a place that you want to support? Is this a place that you want to keep going? Am I happy that people are losing their money on Robinhood? No, but that is a choice. You choose to go there. You're like, oh, it's free commissions. You know what? There's other options for free commissions. Or if you even go to Tastyworks, if you're trading options, it's $1 to open per contract, $0 to close. I mean, there's really no excuse anymore, right? There's really no excuse. Most of the brokers, even TD Ameritrade, they came down in terms of contract 60 cents. So they're about $120, $1.30 round trip. So it's going to cost you $1.30 for one contract, right? The nice thing about Tastyworks is they cap it out at 10 contracts versus a TD Ameritrade. You pay, if you had 100 contracts, you got to pay for all 100 contracts, versus Tastyworks, you pay just for those 10 and then it's free above the 10, right? Because they want participation. They want you to move and shake. Now, Robinhood is free commissions, but what are you losing here? And I think people are starting to understand what you're losing in terms of trading platform. It's hard to day trade from. It's not as fast as a lot of these other platforms that are out there. And I think the retail traders are either the ones that didn't get bankrupt, went to zero, their accounts didn't get to zero. They're starting to catch on and starting to say, hey, is this the best platform for me? Because, you're only as good as your tool set. You can trade very well. You may know what's going on, but sometimes if your tools fail you, you will lose money. So it's better to pay a little bit more, have better tools. You'll make more money in the long run. So let me know your comments. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.